So the uniform we have the uniform already. And also the practice will be for the youth, from 6 years old to 9 years old, they'll be Wednesdays only. And the one that from 10 and above will be Mondays and Wednesdays. And also the makeup will be on Sunday evening. For example, if somebody cannot make it on Monday, they can come Wednesday and come on Sunday. If they cannot come on Wednesday, they can come Monday and Sunday. So we want them to make 2 out of 3. And if they can come at the 3, that'll be fantastic. So if they can come at the 3, that'll be fantastic for them to practice more. And also we want parents to be more involved in this season. Past season we've been playing, we see parents that know more. They involved by paying for them, by sometimes bring them to practice, and some just leave them and go and come back and pick them, which we don't want it to happen this season. Is a family stuff. When your kids are doing sports, you have to at least be in practice, be in games. We don't want to go to games and see that only 3 parents are there, only 4 parents are there, where we have 12 or 14 players playing. We have only 3 parents or 4 parents. We don't want that to be this like that from now. That's why we're going to give our parents some responsibility each games. When we start playing, we'll put a team together. We're going to have a team mom, team dad that will be telling the parents what to do so everybody can get involved. The club is for everybody. It's a community club. So we want everybody to get involved in it so we can enjoy it and our children can enjoy it also. So on my part, we're going to do our best to make sure we give the best to the children on practice and in games. And we try to be a team that give the best in and out of the field. And also for as a coach, as a parent on the field, I want all my players to be the best they can be on the field. Not only playing soccer also, which I normally tell them on the field, your school cannot lapse also. And as a parent, if you know your kids are struggling in school, let me know. Because there's no point playing soccer if they're not doing good in school. I strongly believe that, because if you coach them and they get to the age that you try to help them with their soccer to go to school and their education is not good, it's not good for us also. So that's why I make it from the scratch to let them know school come first, then soccer second. And I think that will be what I want parents to know before I'll give it to Mr. Anduka. That I have a lot of stuff to explain about registration and payments. So maybe you can explain that more. So, but after you finish, if anybody have any question for me about the practice and all that stuff, about the games that we're going to play, I would love to answer the question. If anybody have anything for me. But again, the league that we're going to play this year is going to be different. I don't think we're going to be playing the league that we don't have the schedule up front. Our schedule will be up front. You're going to know from first day to the last day. You have the schedule in your hand. Unless if it's rain, they cancel a game or anything happens, they cancel a game. But from the beginning of this season, you have your schedule. Nothing will be surprised. Oh, we're going to play on Friday. Yeah, no. Except tournaments, because I'm going to make them to play at least, if it's not 2, at least 1 tournament this season. Because tournament is very, sometimes it's good. For example, when you're playing U13 and above, tournament is very important for them to play at least 1 in the season. But I would like them to play 2. And the tournament fee is not included in your registration. That's when we try to register for the tournament and tell you how much it's going to cost you to pay for the tournament. And tournament normally some is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and some is Saturday and Sunday. It depends how you do in the tournament. Okay? But the league that we're going to play is all Saturday's games, no Sunday. If I say the tournament means if you go out to play tournament, it might end up to be Saturday and Sunday. And that's going to be 1 in the season or 2 tournaments in the season. So I think that's what I have for the parents. about this season. I'm looking forward to see all your children there and to have fun with them. And this will be a great season in Jesus' name. Okay, that's what I have. If I think I have something, and anybody that have any question, they can just put it to me, and then I can answer that.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to meet with us this evening. Before we go ahead and get started, what I noticed that that there are quite a few people that have signed up, but it sounds like people are having difficulty with the payment part of the website. Is that a fair assumption to make?
I did it first, but I think I was able to do that today.
Okay.
So it worked today.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show, there's a video that was recorded that showed everyone how to walk through all the different steps. So I'm going to just kind of share my screen and show everyone how this works. Let me quickly share my screen. Okay, so when you create an account, this is what you are most likely going to see on your screen. Now, what you have to do here it says the payment status for this account is not paid. So what you have to come to do here is add or view players, and then you can add your player. Let me use an account that is already set up.
Veronica, before you continue, are we recording this?
Yes.
So we can play it for, you can put it on people that can go and watch it again, right?
Yes, I will put it on the Redeemer Sports YouTube channel, and then I'll share the link.
Okay, thank you.
So if I come here, this one is already paid, but generally what you want to do is you want to come here to add player, and here you want to go to pay now. That's once you get to the player, you want to go to pay now, and then you can select what category the player belongs to. What you can see here is that returning players are paying less than new players, and the only reason is because the returning players already paid for their uniforms during the fall season, and so there's no need to make everyone pay for the uniforms again. So are you asking a question? Are you asking a question? All right. So all you have to do is select what category the player belongs to, and you'll go to checkout. And okay, so I've already paid, so it won't let me pay twice. So that's a good thing here. But if you haven't paid, it will pop up a window that allows you to enter your credit card information, and then you can make the payment. And if I come over here to payments, here, this is the record that I have that I've made the payment for that specific season. So that's majority of that's the main thing with the website. The website is very robust. There's still a lot of development going on, but what we try to prioritize is the ability to make payments and to register as a parent, and also as and register your players. So that's what you have here. Add view players. Last season we had a lot of Google Sheets and all of that stuff, and I can tell you that it was difficult to manage, and that's why we made sure to prioritize this part of the website, making sure that is working. And I don't know, does anyone have any questions so far? No. Okay. So there's some features in here. Some of them are not working as of right now because they're still under development, as I said. But the plan is to use this here, events and schedules. So when you log into your account, you can see all the events that are supposed to be coming up for the different players that you have registered on your account. So there's some way to go to get this to work. And but overall, I think we're okay with getting registered and also making payments through Stripe. Sorry, you have a question? Oh, okay. I thought this person had a question. So one other thing that we're going to be having this year that we haven't really we haven't really spoken about too much, which this is an opportunity for us to do. We're going to have a table tennis league as part of the Redeemer Sports this season, and we're going to have it for parents that it's for all, I think, from about age 6 to 99. So if you're that old, you're also invited to come to come play. We are going to have singles, males, females, singles children, singles adults, and then we have singles teenagers, and then we also have doubles. So that's what we're trying to work on. Any student who is already registered, we had 2 students. Last season was the first time we tried table tennis training as part of our program offering, and we got 2 students enrolled. And I mean, the feedback we got from their father was that they got significantly better over the 2 or 3 months that they were coming to train on table tennis. So that's the other thing that I want to bring to our attention. I know there was also something that, Coach, do you want to talk about basketball, or you want to keep that for later?
I think we'll keep it because basketball is going to be for summer.
Okay,
so after we finish the season, that's when basketball is going to kick off. We're going to play basketball from I think age 6 to 11. And that's when it's going to be after soccer finish. Then we'll kick basketball on, I think, from June to August. I think from May to August, something like that. Before the fall season starts, we just play basketball. So that is coming up also in the same place.
So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with regards to what's coming up. Does anyone have any questions?
Any question for me or for him, please, can we, if you have anything to say or anything to add or anything that we can do better? Because we want to make this club to be more better than what we started. So we are open-minded to any suggestion for anybody so that can make us do better. And practice is from 6 to 7:30. Like I said last time, practice to 6. There's a note there that somebody's asking, can you confirm their payment?
Let me check. Let me check quickly. Okay, let me just double check.
Oh, why is doing? Yeah.
Oh, is there going to be a makeup practice this Sunday, or are we going to start on Monday?
Yeah, Sunday. Yes, there's going to be makeup practice Sunday.
Okay.
Yes,
Sunday at 6.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, if the weather is good, no rain. Yeah, there's going to be this 6 o'clock this Sunday. Yeah, that's why I'll keep the Sunday open for makeup. And I want to add something to it for the parents that's online. I don't want it to make this club to be only for us only. We want to be like a family. So if you know any kids that want to play, you can bring it along. You can tell them about Redeemer Sports. We are, like I said from the beginning, we are developers. We are not coaches. If they tell you the player just hasn't played soccer before or table tennis before, we'll make sure we train the player and give him our best. Okay, so if you know any players that want to play, please introduce them to us. We're not going to be, we want to be big club, but not that big that we cannot concentrate on our player. So my target is to have 2 teams per age group, no more than that. After I get the 2 teams, if there's no space, we're just going to tell the players to wait. If anybody drop, if not, we introduce them to another club, because we want to be able to focus on our player. And the other one is that I remember it now, and it just okay. If I remember again, I think what I want to say, I want to say something.
All right, David, I see your payment went through.
Oh, the payment went through?
Mm-hmm. And I've put a link for everyone to go. If you have not registered, go ahead and use that link to register. There's a video, the video instructions. I'll try to post it again in the Redeemer Sports WhatsApp group. The video that guides you on how to get registered and all of that stuff. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember what I want to say. Well, we'll put it. I mean, by the time we started practice, we're going to put a team together. No matter how, I mean, if you still have one team per age group, it's still okay. If you have one or two teams, it's still okay. We are not rushing, but we just want to do the best. So my plan is to get teams that play fall and spring together. And if your son says, in the fall, I'm going to play soccer. In the spring, I'm going to play other sports that will not allow him to play soccer, we'll put them in another team. That's why I'm saying going to be two teams. One team that play throughout the year, spring and fall, and one team that play only fall. Because some kids play only fall. I mean, some kids want to go and try other sports, which is nice. It's okay. They can do that because they're still young. I mean, they don't know what they're going to be good at. Oh, I want to go and play baseball. I want to go and play basketball. I want to go and play this. Fine. But for us not to miss anything, because I've seen for the years I've been doing this, you coach a team in the fall. When you get to the spring, they're not complete. Some will go and play other sports. And there's some kids that what they do is only soccer. So they're going to miss their friends, or they're going to miss that, or we are not complete, we can't play in the spring. I don't want that to happen. If they have two sports, they're playing at the same time, fine. So far they can manage the two and play. We still welcome that. We will not tell them not to go and play another sport. If you want to play other sports, fine. But it's good to have teams that play fall and spring together, so that the other kids that play only soccer will not miss. Because we are not complete. If you're not complete, they will not be able to play the season. That's number one. Number two, commitment to games and practice. When we sign your kids to play the season, I mean, if there's emergency, we know there's emergency, but it's not that, oh, you can't come to soccer game today, or you can't come this game you can't play. If there's emergency from the family, or there is a trip they've already planned, or school event they already planned, that's fine. But just not missing game is not good for the other children that you know my friend is coming to play. Unless the coaches know ahead of time, they say, oh yeah, they travel, they have something to do, they have family reunion they want to do. So we know that already. And the final one again is about anytime we go to game, we want parents to bring their kids in time. If you say game is 10 o'clock, that we want it to be there at 9:30, we have to warm up before the game. Let's be there 9:30 before the game. Because that's one of the discipline that we give our children, to be punctual, to be on time. So, and they start from their game, start from their sports. But if the parents make them late all the time, that kids already know, oh, I'm always late all the time. And it's going to affect the kids when they're growing up. It's not good for their growing up, because anytime it comes, we don't let him play first half, he has to play second half because you're late. In fact, as a coach, when you already start your first 4-7 or 4-8, the first 8, you can't say because, oh, this guy's going to score goal for me, or it's just coming late. Hey, come and play. It's not going to happen. We're going to treat every child the same, because this is a developmental program. We're going to make sure everybody enjoy the game. And there's no one that will be superstar or bad player or this. We are developer. We want them to be a good soccer player, period. So parents, please help us to make sure they're all on time to game, and that will help us a lot. Okay. Okay, that's what I need to add again. So I don't know if you have anything to add more, or
I
anybody
think
have any question they want to ask?
Yeah, before we take questions, punctuality to training and games is a really big deal, because I know that last season, because let's start with registration. Let's go ahead and make sure registration is done within 2 weeks, so that we can get everybody registered. The U9 group last year, because they registered early, they were able to participate in a very good league, a very competitive league.
Yes,
and
yes.
So we want to make sure that the U12 and the U17 also get the same opportunity for development.
Yes.
And we need to get the payments done quickly, so that we can register the players for those leagues. That's very important. The other thing is, last year, one of the rules that was implemented was, if a player is late, no matter how good the player is, the player will not play until it's time for substitutions, and maybe even just the second half, because we want our children to understand the importance of punctuality, and we also want them to also take it on. I want them to own their punctuality, because I know there are some instances where the children will say, "Hey, can you please tell my parents to get on time?" No, you have to make sure that you put the pressure on the children. We had players that were waking up at 7 o'clock because they didn't want to be late for their 11.
For the game for 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So this is all part of the development. Like Coach said, this is a developmental league. We're not just teaching them to be soccer players. We're teaching them to be well-rounded human beings. So I know with my son, there was a time Coach said to him, said, "Look, how are your grades? If your grades are not good, I'm not going to play you on my team." And that alone was motivated. I mean, he's motivated naturally, but that alone added an extra level of motivation, because he did not want to disappoint Coach, and he did not want to lose out his spot on the team. So this is part of what we're trying to teach the children as well. So someone asked, is the payment plan one time or at your convenience? Okay. Well, right now it's a one-time payment. But what we can do is we can work with you to do it twice. So if you want, I know for those who have children in the higher player bracket, that those rates can be a bit higher. They're a bit higher than the ones for the under 9 and all of that. So we can work with you for paying twice.
I have this is Brother Simon. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
All right, thank you so much. Coach, I have a suggestion. I don't know if this will sit right with everyone. For the children, to motivate them more. Can you maybe, I don't know, at the end of the school or during the school period, get their grades from the parents, just so you let them know if someone is not pushing up on their grades, tell them they're not going to play or they're not going to do this, so that can further motivate them in their, in their education. Just a suggestion.
Okay. Most of the parents always tell me, it's not going to come to game, or it's not going to come to practice if he doesn't do good in school. Then I say, "Oh, really? Or he's not doing good in school?" Yeah, they say he's failing, or he's not turning his assignment on, that's why he's failing. Then that kind of parents that come to me and tell me that, then I'll call the son or the player and say, "Listen, you know what? I hear about you not turning your assignment good, or you're not doing your homework, or you misbehaving in school. And you know that doesn't work here. If you don't wake up and do your school right, homework and everything, I'll tell your mom or your dad not to bring you." I say, "How do you know?" well, don't worry, how did I get the news? But I know that next time I hear about you not doing right in school, overall, I've seen most of my players that I know, because I talk to most of the parents about their school. They're doing good in school, because the American system is this. And people, I coach in middle school, I coach in high school. Only progress report. If you fail progress report, you can't do that sport, any sport. You cannot do it. If a coach use you, they might suspend the coach or even the school. If they know a player that's failing, a progress report. There's a time that there's a progress report will come out, you let all the coaches know, oh, this guy is not going to play next week or until he passed his stuff. So they tell us in school, and I want the same thing in club. So when any parents that come to me and tell me that, it's just to motivate our children. It's just to make sure they do good, not just focus on soccer, which is good to focus on soccer, but with experience, education is number one. Sports is just something we put on them to just have fun. And also, if you say that, did I answer the question, Brother Simon?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Thank you. I was just hoping, I didn't know if everybody knows or, like me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir, you did.
Okay, so that's why we make it open now to all the parents to let us know. So as a coach, we can motivate them to do better in school, because they love soccer. They love their game. They say, Mommy, I want to go to practice, I want to do this. But then we can let them know, okay, if your grade is dropping or you're not doing good, you're not going to come, because your parents will not even bring you, because they're upset that you're not doing good. And I'm not going to count it against them. Okay? And also, we go back to the parents. If your kids are doing good in school, and they're doing good in school, there's no complaint, either their behavior or in the education. That's the time the parents should have to make sure they enjoy their sports. Because if there's some are doing good in school, there's no trouble, they're all A students, they don't make trouble, and they're missing games. I've simply said, Coach, I'm all A students. I do everything they want to do in school, but they will not bring me to practice in time, they will not bring me to game in time, or they say they're busy. So also, if you want your kids to do good too, we have to do what they want to in terms of what they like to do. So what they're doing, the education is good. So there's no excuse for us not to take them to basketball, soccer, table tennis, whatever they want to do. Because that's the only thing they will remember when they grow up. Because when your kids turn to 16, they start driving. They don't need you again. They will just, even by the time they turn 18, you can't even see their result again. So it's better to do it now when they're small. Just give them your support. You want not only education alone, for their sports. Make sure they're not late to game. Make sure everything is okay. Because everything, when we say we're a developer, we're not developing only soccer only. The parents should have to help us. That's why I said this game it's not only for the coaches, for parents also, to make our children have fun every weekend and ready to go to school on Monday. Okay. Thank you, Brother Simon. The question is great. I like that question. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
But something we can also do is we can send an email address where parents can send the grades for their students, their children. And then we can, maybe every once a month, we can do some kind of recognition for players that are excelling academically as well. So
yes,
we can do that. Maybe after a training, one training during the month, we'll do a recognition for the students that are pulling their weight and doing very well. That way, sometimes that's the kind of motivation other students need to know that this is serious. This is that we're prioritizing their academics, not just their skills on the field.
Okay. I'm in support of that.
Okay.
That would be great.
So any question on that angle? And also, please, let's register in time, because if you don't register in time, when the session close, we can't sign your kid. I know there's some kid that want to play last year on the U9, that because they came in late or they did not register in time, they could not play. They just do practice. So that's why I say, please, let's register in time, because when it close, I can't register them. Because we are not the one registering the player. We go to our association, so we have to do it when it says register. There's a deadline to register. Please, let's register them in time. Any more questions, please?
Coach, what's the deadline for payment? When do you have to? Because I know you have to send the money to those leagues.
Let me look at the date. Hold on, just a minute. Our deadline to register, I think, is February. To register them to qualify to play, I think it's February 19. 18, Saturday. February 18. For me to be able to register them with the league, February 18.
Okay.
Because the league starts in March. So they have to bring the schedule out so they know you're ready to play. Unless they want to play in-house program. And in-house program is for the little one, not for the older one.
Okay.
Okay. So, and if your kids are in, if they're struggling for any class, you can see the my brother there is a tutor. You can tutor them in maths. And I mean, if your kids are not good in maths, they want to improve, that's what he does. So we have a lot of kids that in his class that are doing very, very well in maths. So if anybody needs help for their children for maths, and please, that's what he does. So you can help your children. So there's no excuse that my kids not doing good in school. We have everything. We can give them sports, we can give them education, and help them in anything they want. And I think they tutor, they do the tutor by Zoom also.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, by Zoom also. They can be in your house and they tutor them right away by Zoom. So any subject you want, I think they are capable to help your children.
Thanks for the free marketing, Coach.
Of course. I mean, we have to use everything. I mean, if my kids is not doing good in school and they want to play sports, why not? When I know who can tutor them, why not? I mean, everybody needs help in everything. Not only the same way they want to play soccer. Some kids in soccer, they need help. We tutor them. So when you see the education where they can get, yeah, why not? And we have it in our hand. That's what we do. So we can introduce to our parents that are here. We are not just focusing on soccer. We're focusing on education. And that, I mean it, and it's very important to me. Because I've seen kids that play with me, very good player. They're in high school, 11th grade. They can't pass SAT. And coaches are running after this player. But he can't pass SAT to go to college. They have, I mean, and that's going to be free school, free education. I have a couple of them that cannot go to four-year college. They have to go to community college. They still went to college, but they have to pay. But these are free school because you have talent of soccer. Because I recruit for colleges. I have colleges that are send players to. So, but the first thing they're going to ask me, if I say, oh, Denon is a good player, oh, they're not going to ask about that. They say, how about his education? That's what they're going to ask. If I say, oh, it's all this student, oh, guess what? Your phone will not stop ringing from different schools. I'll be calling you. Okay, if there's no other question, so do we need
All
to
right.
call it?
Thank you. So just remember that the deadline for registration will be the 18th, because that's when all your children will have to be registered in the outside leagues. And does anyone have any questions before we call it a meeting? Thank you all for your time and for sacrificing this time to meet with us.
Make up on Sunday, and we give them more what to do. And again, there's some that is not on the group, on the WhatsApp group, like the one that just registered, that called me. How can we add them to the group?
So I posted a link already on the I posted a link on the chat right now where you can people can click on that link and they automatically be added to the group.
Oh, to the group. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. From my side also, I'll say thank you. So I'll let Branduka end up, and then we can close for the day.
Okay, so just a quick prayer as we close out the meeting. And let us pray. Father, we thank you for this opportunity that you have given us. Thank you for allowing us to be in good health, allowing us to be well, allowing our children to be well, because we know that if our children are not well, we will not be able to do this. So Lord, we ask you that you continue to help us, to strengthen us, and that we commit this program into your hands, and we ask for a successful season, and that every child that goes through this season, not only will they become better soccer players, but they'll become better students, better children overall, better brothers, better sisters in all that they do, in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. Have a good night. God bless you.
Amen.